My friends, I so look forward to being with you tomorrow morning in One Mountain, Many Paths. Our question, what does it mean to be the new human in the new humanity? What does it mean to live from radical joy, profound trust in the goodness of reality, to know that I'm welcome in the universe, to be what we call Homo amor, the fulfillment of Homo sapien, even and especially in the midst of outrageous pain. The outrageous pain that defines pockets of reality, swaths of gorgeous and stunning human beings world over. And sometimes we're focused on Yemen, and other times we're focused on girls ripped out of high schools and killed in Iran, beginning with Masha Amin, the young woman whose bravery inspired Iranian women in an incredible show of unbearable human goodness and truth and beauty. Sometimes we're focused on Ukraine and all of its complexities, the essential stand for freedom of Zelensky, and glory to the heroes. Sometimes we're focused on the incredible movements in China of goodness and truth standing against the Chinese Communist Party. And sometimes we're in the depths of Africa. And in these weeks, as you know, we're deep in the unbearable pain of the Middle East. No easy words. And yet, from the depth of the silence, words must be spoken, and those words are words of hope. There is great hope in response to the horror. And to find that hope, and hope is a memory of the future, we need to understand, and it's the most profound response we can have to this horror if we're not actually on the ground in the place, which is to actually get beneath the disinformation, the tragically broken information ecologies, which, unless one spends real time and gets deeply intimate beyond a column here and a column there, are almost impossible to navigate. We actually get beneath that and feel what's actually at the heart of it. How do we actually, as Homo amor, respond? How do we respond in a way in which no one's outside the circle, in which we actually transform the rubble into possible rapture, the horror into a profound hope that's real, in a way that directly is caused by the nature of our response. Meaning, what do me, where I'm sitting right here, what do we, as One Mountain, Many Paths, what do we as a band of revolutionaries at this moment of meta-crisis, this time between worlds and time between stories, how do we respond both collectively in the great initiative that we're engaged in, the writing of a new story of value, which is the only way we can engage this kind of horror. But even more specifically, even more than our great project and what we're doing in this great project, this Da Vinci project, which actually says that when we respond to outrageous pain, it has to be with a new story of value that actually transforms the very topography of the human experience and actually generates a new future. Even more than that, what we're going to talk about tomorrow is, what do I do today? Today. Right, so if you're listening and it's Sunday, I think it'll be Sunday, October 29th. What do I do today, tonight, tomorrow, this week? How in the way that I live, how in the way that I think and feel and talk and act and love and desire, right? How does that directly impact? Does that make sense, my friends? Right? That's the kind of sense making we have to do. Our hearts are shattered, but our hearts have to shatter open. Our hearts are broken, but as Homo, amor, our hearts have to not break closed, but break open. Right? No one's outside the circle. Abraham says to God in the book of Genesis, are there 50 righteous people in Sodom and Amorah, the evil cities of the mythic book of Genesis? Every single innocent person in Gaza breaks our hearts, shatters our hearts, rips our hearts open, rips our hearts open. There are no people and no person that's outside the circle, not one, not even one. In the face of every 18-year-old Israeli standing for a world in which atrocity cannot become the norm, entering tunnels, booby-trapped, mined, with women and babies as human shields, as organized not by the Palestinian people, God forbid, as organized by Hamas. Our hearts break and shatter for each one of those boys. Right? No one's outside the circle. And if we're not there on the ground, and I know so many people there on the ground, so many Israeli families, my entire family, so many close, dear friends in the Arab community, beautiful, sacred people. My heart shattered. That as Homo, amor, my heart breaks open. What needs to be done now? We need to be Da Vinci. We need to be Marcello Ficino. We need to be in this time between worlds and time between stories when everything hangs in the balance. We need to be responding directly as Homo, amor. What is that response? And how do I enact it directly and personally and intimately tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday? Madly, my friends. We'll see you in a bit.